Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Jen and this is my first ever YouTube video. So I am actually a university student and I love traveling. But whenever I travel, I like to travel affordably and make the most of my trip. This past May, my fiance and I got the chance to visit Japan for the second time. As you may know, Japan is not the cheapest place to travel to. But I'm here today to share some tips with you on how you can travel affordably to Japan. Here are my budgeting tips for your next visit to Japan. Just a disclosure, all of these tips are opinion-based and from my personal experience, and none of these tips are in any particular order. So let's get right into it then. Instead of a hotel, opt for a hostel. They're a great way to save money while you're traveling, and you get to possibly meet other travelers as well. The first time we went to Japan, we actually got a hotel because it was a layover in Japan and it was quite expensive. It was $100 a night and they actually had a charge for every other person that you brought into the hotel with you, even though the bed was made for 2 people and it was a surprise charge. They don't tell you about it until you get there, even if you make a reservation. So the second time that we came to Japan, we decided to go for an Airbnb. Airbnb has a lot of hostels on their website and some are private rooms too from people's actual homes. And we got to experience both. So we felt a lot more like a local. It was in very secluded areas and some were in cities. It was just a great experience overall. On top of that, you get to get free shampoo, conditioner, and some hostels even offer free drinks, razors, just everything that you would need to survive. So you actually can save room in your bag as well. All in all, hostels are a great option when you're in Japan. Most of them are next to major train stations that'll help you get around the city, and they're very convenient. Usually they're next to convenience stores that you can eat from even late at night, depending on when your flight comes in or maybe you're jet lagged. It'll help you a lot and you'll feel a lot more like a local. Speaking about convenience stores, you are going to find a lot of them in Japan. They're actually called konbini, and they're very convenient. That's actually what the name means. They're convenient because they're on almost every corner. Sometimes they're even across the street from one another, and they're very affordable. You can get hot meals there any time of the day, even late at night. Convenience stores are always there for you. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't try fresh Japanese food. You can, and you definitely should when you get the chance. But if you're trying to live on a budget and you're worried more about your experience in Japan versus your food experience in Japan, then konbini is the way to go. Do not use taxis. Only use public transportation and bikes. You can find bike rentals almost anywhere in Japan because everyone uses them, and maybe your hostel will even have a place to rent bikes for you. The best part about public transportation and bikes is that they're all safe, clean, reliable, and always timely. The best thing you can do when you're taking public transportation before you go to Japan, buy a JR pass. Many people will tell you it depends on your situation and how long you're staying there and where you're going, but I definitely recommend the JR pass. We did it this time around and it saved us a ton of money and time. You can take subways, local trains, you can even take the Shinkansen, which is the bullet train in Japan, and it is the best experience you can have while you're there. JR is a major line in all of Japan. However, there are other lines, but the tickets are fairly inexpensive. So overall, you'd be saving a lot more if you just got the JR pass and then occasionally had to buy a few tickets here and there. It is especially useful to buy the JR pass when you are going to other prefectures, which is the other parts of Japan that may not be nearby Tokyo, since that is the major place that people go to, but other people want to go to Osaka and Kyoto, and that is how you do it, with the JR pass. Do not go to pet cafes. I know it's tempting, trust me. We went to at least 3 this time around. Let me tell you, it's just not worth it. The animals there usually have very little human interaction, and they're not accustomed to people at all. Usually they're babies, so they won't even go near you. If you try and pet them, they'll probably run away, and you usually pay for seeing the pets and getting a drink, which becomes quite costly, and you're only there for 30 minutes, and then the next group of people have to come in. So if you really want to see it, fine, but trust me, I don't think it's worth it. There is this long-going tradition in Japan called giving omiyage. Omiyage is a type of souvenir, usually food, but it can be other things, that you give to your family, friends, and coworkers after you travel. Usually, omiyage is based on the prefecture that you're in, so I highly recommend that you don't get it at the train station or airport last minute because it'll be a lot more inexpensive when you get it in the prefecture that you're currently residing in or you visited and traveled through. Trust me, your friends, family, and coworkers are going to love your personalized omiyage. This is the most important part of your entire trip. Definitely stick to your budget. You're gonna notice that once you land in your airport in Japan, wherever it may be, you're going to see currency converters everywhere. Another thing you'll notice as you travel throughout Japan is that it is a huge cash country. You're only gonna be using bills and coins for everything. So I would say that you should evenly set aside a certain amount of money every day so that you don't go past your budget and you still have enough to spend last minute before you leave. Alright guys, so that's it for my first video. Be sure to comment down below and tell me what you think. If you have any more budgeting tips or any suggestions for me, I would greatly appreciate all the feedback. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can get more of my videos when I post them. And I'll see you next time. Bye!